Hey, welcome back. Uh, took it 2.5 days, but we got this damn thing done. Which, like, a couple years ago I said I never want to do this again, and it's still true, except that I did it again. It was easier this time because sponges float now. We only lost like 11 of them, I think, overall. But on the other hand, we have seaweed now, which is just entirely too easy to accidentally pick up and get stuck with. And,
also, you have to break it.
Yeah, you have to break it just to get the sand put down. That's newish. But yeah, that's the ocean monument without any water outside. Inside is still full of water and monster fish, which isn't good, but it's not an emergency. We'll get to it. That's a weird area. There's a chasm right there, an underwater canyon thing. It's just the ground down there, right? That. Well, wait. Can I point something at it? Where's my?
It's right there.
It's just really light.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point there, like that cobblestone block right there. It's all level 32. That's kind of what I want. We'll probably replace the gravel with something that's anything but gravel, but that's going to be ground level. And we're going to level the, we're going to get rid of this whole monument. We don't want it to exist. It's just, there's really no practical way to, efficiently destroy the whole thing if it's surrounded by water and monster fish. So those are just gone now. Yeah, this is all 32, I think. Yep. So that's good. So dig down one layer on this to fill it in with something else, and everything else goes. This tree up here is, well, it's not that it's not a tree, it's that it's not a tree for a real good reason, except that I can see it. This, relative to the monument, and for that matter what we've dug out, dried out, is fundamentally the middle of the area. And therefore it's going to be the middle of the village that I want to build right on top of all this. And the reason is why I want a big village. And B, it'll produce those iron guys, and they're going to fall right down the middle into a pool of monster fish, and they're just going to kill each other and give us everything from iron to raw fish to shards to whatever. So, sea level, is it 61, 62? It makes a bit of a difference. What are you standing on right now?
I am standing on 63, so...
I'm on 56. And this needs to be down one. So let me just get here. That's the precise middle. It's 110, 780 by 110. Which means this actually has to go off by one so I can get up here. And 63?
Yeah, I guess I'm standing on 63, so maybe...
And then looking at like 62? 61.
I don't understand how to see that.
Yeah, I'll just go find out. I was thinking sea level was 62, but it seems like it might be 61. The reason, it doesn't matter that much, except I'm looking for a simple way to get the villagers over here. And if I have to go up or down too much, it's going to be nasty. Ow. That was also nasty. So, 39, 40, 45, 50. It could just go lower. That would be a way to... I just don't want to have to push them up with pistons. It's possible if we can get all of the beds pulled up and put them in the village, they'll just go there. I'm on 63, you're right. Okay, is this up one? No, it's just, I thought sea level, I guess it's 63, whatever. That's shift, or caps lock, that's bad. Alright, so 63, so it's going to be the floor of the village, which means that the pit in the middle of the whirlpool, please go up there, please go up there, please don't not go up there, is going to be 62. So that's where I want to be focusing at that. You think I would have figured this out sooner. Let me up here. So if I'm up there, please with the up. God, I hate scaffolding. Looking at I'm on 62. So if I just jump there, we're there. And that being the dead middle, this is actually going to be temporary blocks. They're all going to be, that's all going to be a big hole that the things fall through. And that then is the first, that doesn't even have to be there, so I can get back it down. This is going to be the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me think about this. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. So 1, 2, wait, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that way if I put water right here with a wall there and more blocks to the side, it should make it right to the edge of this, but not go in, I would hope. So, seven, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then if you want to, can you get to me? I mean, I know you can, but if you want to.
Possibly, yeah. What do I need to bring?
Actually, bring a bunch of glass. That's going to be the next thing we need.
Okay.
I don't really need this on. Oh, and ironically the beds aren't here where they make sense for everything. I guess if, where are you?
Heading back.
Bring the beds if you have room.
I think I do.
Bring the beds if you don't have room, just figure out a way to have room. Because we're still in that, given where the villagers we have are, they could still get attacked at night, so I really don't want that. We made it this far without it happening again, so.
Yeah. Okay. Running, running, running. Close enough.
I also got a stone pickaxe. Where are you, do you know how to get up here?
Yep.
Okay.
I've climbed this whole staircase of bricks thing enough times that I know how to get up here.
Well, I meant specifically up where I am, but you'll probably figure it out when you're in the area. You got about 20 seconds before it's midnight, and we could have a raid.
Bed. Sleep.
Okay. Then meanwhile here you can figure out what I'm up to. Just take a, I don't know how many of those you need for this. Just fill this out.
Sort of edge to edge.
Yeah, just basically fill in the corners. I'm pretty sure I'm right about the numbers. It should be, I think, a total of like 19 across. Which is 8 and 8 is 16, and then 3 in the middle is 19. So you got that. I don't have glass on me. You have glass, maybe.
Here.
I don't necessarily need that. So now I figure out.
Hold on.
Okay.
There. Bunch of glass.
Yeah. So I think if I just might as well go for the very middle so I know where it is. Put that there. Put glass here. It doesn't have to be glass. It's just going to be on. I think on top of this is going to be workstations. That makes the most sense to me. Actually, no. On top of. Let me get this in. I don't know silk touch, so if I get this wrong, I'm just wrong.
done yet.
I got that. Well, I'll go somewhere that's complete. Don't need that torch there, really. This is done, right? Yeah. Alright, so glass, glass, glass.
Trying to catch up.
Okay. Are we... No, still waiting. I'll go over here and work on this. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I could also, you know, let's do this. Middle is here, so yeah, one, that's part of the drop hole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wall. Which I'm pretty sure, actually I'm positive this is, I'm on 63 again, right? I'm on 64. Why am I on 64? I got something wrong.
Oh boy.
No, it doesn't matter, it'll be fine. It's different, but it'll be fine. Alright, so anyway, that's the wall. So, somewhere around here, bed, 3 meters of free space, bed, outer wall is 128. That's what I want to see. So far, apart from the altitude, we're doing pretty well. Wall, bed, space, wall, or bed, wall. And bed, space, bed, wall. And then that side's still not done, is it? But it looks like it's about where it should be, so. Wall.
Oops.
What?
Ran out.
Uh-oh. Like you need more?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I probably... Nope, that's just the edge. Oh, this is hard to see.
It really is.
Well, it's... It used to be less hard to see, but it was also hideous, so, you know, good enough. Tree, bed, floor, bed, and wall. So that's how big the village is actually going to be. Do you still have glass?
Some, yeah.
Okay. I guess if you want to just sort of fill in, you know, until... Get up! Because it all just has to be glass, I think. Why not? And yeah, it's a meter higher than right now than I meant for it to go with it, but it's okay. And at this point, I would say we have enough glass that A, we can just make the whole thing out of glass, and B, if we have to break a pane or something, it's fine. Not a pane, but, you know, a cube or 7. It doesn't really matter. That's just starting to bother me. Oh, and the reason to make this out of glass, there's alternatives to glass, of course, is that nothing spawns on glass. And that's important if A, we don't want monsters, and almost more importantly, we don't want iron guys. We do want iron guys, but we want them in there where they make sense. And about that, I should check to make sure. I'm just about entirely positive I'm right, but I guess if I find out, then I'll know more about that. So, this is a kind of a placeholder lump. Just so we get a waterfall instead of just a puddle. And with that accomplished, give me water, and I kind of wish I had cool shoes, but that's not the case. I don't have any shoes. this should all go basically within 1 meter of the tree. Ah, glass. Hard to see where I'm aiming. Seriously, it's like I can't focus on it. I can't tell if I'm looking. It's a flat computer screen, but it seems like the glass is in the wrong place for where I'm staring. It's weird.
Is it almost nighttime again?
Probably. That wouldn't surprise me. Incidentally, I think this might be too high up for those fish to spawn.
That'll be
However, if it's not, all they can really do is spawn and get pushed to the middle, so I don't really care too much about where they start to happen. And water and refill my bucket. And if I'm right, that should be exactly what it is. Good. This tree, by the way, has no reason to be here anymore.
Okay.
If you want to get rid of it. Glass then. Which I need more of, but I guess we're done using the bricks. Oh, yeah, we should probably... The wall here has to actually go up a couple. Oh, no, that's not right, actually. Is it? It might be. There might be a wall. I'm trying to think. It seems like that's a wall, that's a bed. Which, in point of fact, I'm just going to put this down where I know it's going to go long term. And that for now can just go next to it, although the good news is, since, you know, beds are supposed to be red, when the iron guys start getting killed, we'll get a bunch of roses and we can dye the beds red also. Yeah, with the beds there, we want just a meter high wall here, thinking about it. Which means I didn't have to break that one cube, but whatever. We got more. Yeah. Anyway, above most of these is going to be, on each block, there will be some kind of workstation, podiums, you know, basically we're going to get all kinds of villagers out of it as they reproduce and have beds, and we have that spider factory, so if nothing else in the area, we have what amounts to infinite string, particularly once the villagers are actually in here and reasonably safe from raids and bad things.
Yeah, I don't know anything about raids. I do know that a couple of times while we were drying things out, those pillagers appeared.
Yeah, well, and that is a raid, I guess. What we used to call raids, or at least I did, are now sieges. Which, fine, whatever. It's just a word.
Uh-oh.
Hmm?
I am down to my last 25 glass, and...
Go get more. I'm going to. I'm just filling in the... I'm just finishing off this waterfall. For now, that tree can just stay there. It's not really hurting anything else. Eventually, we'll have an iron guy in here that'll probably be pushed up against the tree and confused, but I don't really care. Alright, put the water away. These obviously don't really need to be here. I guess it's obvious. Those can just go to the middle and wait for to evaporate. I don't care about. And bed. And the way that this thing works, if you haven't watched other videos of mine, this thing will hold about 200 beds. This thing is like 208, which equates more or less to 208 villagers, which A, produces iron a lot. It's crazy. You get 5 or 6 iron guys at a time when it's all full. We can't leave here anymore. Yeah, we can. We can go up there. Grab those after all. No reason not to. Yeah, it produces a lot. Bye-bye. A lot of iron and roses, I guess. And of course, it just gives you a lot of villagers. So if you're shopping, I mean, we could fill it up. Last series we did, that skyblock thing, we just made an entire library that was nothing but 200 librarians. So there was no trouble finding a given book.
It would be really, really annoying with the way things are now, but in at some point I would really like to try the idea of having just one type of villager on a
Each
level.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah, in theory that makes perfect sense. In practice, I haven't practiced it, so I don't know. Maybe. I won't say it won't work, but I haven't tried it. That would be something to test out in like creative mode when no one's looking, and if I'm disastrously wrong, then I wasted an hour building something in creative where I could just hit thump over and over and get it done.
We are out of glass.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got like a stack here, and that's it.
What?
I've got a stack.
Oh, I've got a couple.
Okay.
So. I thought we had more cooked by now.
Apparently not.
Well, we have lots of sand
Yeah.
that we can cook. I mean, if you want to go do that, give me the glass and just go cook the stuff. I mean, not that you can make it cook faster, but you can put it's. You know what? It's mostly full already of sand in there. Don't worry about it. You can also use the other ovens, I guess. I've got 3 of them lined up that just to dry out sponges, and we're not doing that anymore. So
Okay.
that would make it technically 4 times as fast, except it's not hooked up to anything, so you'd have to just be there to get it out when it hits a stack. But whatever you want to do, I don't care.
Well, I might as well just put sand wherever it'll cook, and
Right.
because apparently we're going to need a lot of glass.
Yeah, this thing is 40 by 40, so is basically 1,600 blocks, including that, which is 20 by 20-ish, so it's 400, so 1,200 blocks of glass, just in latitude, and then you have to go up a bit, well, not latitude, but in horizontal terms. Problem is there's no advantage to trying to get the perimeter done as such, because I mean we could do that, but might actually there is an advantage to make it easier for you to see what's happening. But if we put villagers in here right now, they'll probably just wander off the edge whether there's a perimeter or not. So and we're gonna put off putting villagers in here until it's essentially done. At least to the extent that we want. Oh, I need to track where I'm going. Oh, I can do that though. 118, 6762, 119. This is 128. Should be right there. Yeah. We're starting to hitch a bit. I don't know why. I don't know what's happening in the world that's taking over the CPU, but it's happening.
Where was I?
I don't know. Okay, I don't care because I can't see. Bad enough I'm on glass where I can't see. That looks probably finished. That is not finished. So go. And then ultimately, at some point we're going to have a path. Well, not a path, that's actually a block. But a thing getting us here. No, I didn't really look at that. What number was it? I'll just have to eyeball it. So we can walk over to the village. That's right. What am I looking at? What the hell? 90. Oh, 790. Possibly 798 if it's not lying to me. So let's try this. That sounds right, yeah. It's always going to be 8 and 2 because this is... The concept when I started doing these back the hell in a while ago, it was 1.6 maybe. I don't know. 1.7. I don't know. It really was 40 by 40. 41 by 41 technically. Within my whole 5 by 5 concept. But that relied on having a couple sets of doors on the outside to make it a village, and we don't use doors for villages anymore, so now it's couple meters, 4 meters narrower than it used to be. Because the beds are on the inside and that makes it work.
I did a bad thing.
Fun. What was it?
I accidentally placed a glass block where it didn't go.
Well, now you have to die.
I know.
Hold still.
I could always just throw myself off the edge.
Yeah, but then you'd have to come back up and still fix the problem. I think that's the whole perimeter. Who knows? It's invisible. It's like Linda Carter lives here. Well, maybe Christopher Reeve. Somewhere in between. Carter's jet, Reeve's fortress. More like the jet. Yeah, I think the perimeter's done. So A, yeah, we want to fill it in with glass. B, if that's a wall, then so is this. So we want to go up one, which on its own won't contain anyone, but it will. I don't even have enough to do this. It's going to take like 2.5 stacks. It's, 38 times 4 is 152. 150. What did I say? 100. I lost a conversion. 38 times 4 is 100. Yeah, 152. What do I know? Anyway, I don't have that. I have when I was talking about it, I had 129, so I'm going to come up short. Did you get new glass going, or?
Yeah, I'm going to fetch it now.
Might help. Well, so we know we're not getting this done right now because we just don't even have the materials for it. But the big news is we got the monument, excavated at least, if not completely leveled and fully dried out. We can get this done as, I really thought we would have enough, I don't know why. As we get the materials together, we can get this done.
What's going to be worse is making the beds, because we're going to have to go all the way back to where the sheep live. And
Nope.
Really?
We have a spider factory that we can just stand there once these guys are safe.
Oh.
And generate infinite string 4 at a time as a one cube of wood. 12 string is a bed plus wood, and then plus dye that we'll get from the iron guys. And since we already have one, we have enough villagers to make that happen.
Oh.
And just chop down trees for the wood. Yeah, so we're pretty close to out of time. We're not getting this done, obviously. What's going to happen is, if you can even tell that this is a big open space, it's hard, which is dangerous. I need railings. Well, we have that's the railing. And then this will be full in if I had this stuff. So we're going to have 1,600 blocks ultimately, or so. Mostly glass, mostly floor. Beds go all along here. You'll see that one is done. Workstations go on top of this wall, like right here. If I had one, I could just set it down. I don't have anything like that. So that'd be a workstation. It's not, but it could be. Above that would be glass again, because half the workstations are transparent enough they could just jump up and go through them. And that'll be the whole thing, and it'll hold a couple hundred villagers, produce a lot of iron that goes in there, and for now just stays pushed against a tree. We gotta get the village done. Probably next time what we'll do is try to get the villagers over here. That should be entertaining to record. A lot of screaming at stupid things. We could probably just use boats, except we went up a level, so you can tell we're above that. So that sucks. And then that's up one again, so I'm hoping if we get them in proximity and there's beds in here, we can get them to jump up a staircase in here and get stuck like a roach motel and then just move on. But it's got to be done first, and it's not, so we'll get that. It's just going to be a couple hours of downtime while stuff cooks for us anyway. So the beds are over here. We're going to need them. So yeah, then we get iron guys and roses and iron for that matter, but mostly for now roses, and then we can dye the beds that we make from spider stuff. And it's all right here. We can do it. We can do a lot of workstations too. There's some things we might need other stuff for, but I can't think of anything offhand, but who knows. So, yeah, we'll just get set up for it and just see you next time. So, bye.